Jesus Christ, Shuna hitting her with the low blows. What is with these poses? One slice and both of them go down. Where do all these people keep popping up from? It kind of seemed a little sexual. What happened with his voice? What is with these lines? And we are back once again with Slime ISEKAI Memories. Today we are here doing Shion vs Diablo. Let the battle of the Secretaries begin. Well, let's see what this is all about. A Season 2 limited edition Blu-ray special drama CD scenario. Alright, let's see what it's about.
Shion VS Diablo.
Let's get a judge. Who will be more fair? Back when I was a lone slime, I, Rimuru Tempest, fought the Kingdom of Falmoth to revive my allies, and evolved into a demon lord. Beginning with Shion, all of my friends were revived, one after another, and thanks to an evolved Raphael, I was even able to free Veldora from his seal. So I broke even, and I was back to the same head count again. Or, at least that was the plan. But, for some reason, I end up with one extra. Oh. Okay. Okay, I see. So it means constantly in his life, like, he was kind of losing people. Like, at first he lost Veldora because they had to, like, you know, unseal him, so they had to be in his stomach for, like, those 2 years, I think it was. I can't remember how long. So he lost Veldora at first. And then, like, all the people that died when Falmoth attacked, he lost all of them. But he regained all the people when he became a demon lord and revived them all. And then he gained Veldora back, so that makes it back to the exact number he would have had if Veldora stayed, if all the people weren't murdered. So it's back to that exact same number. But yeah. And he also picked up Diablo since he came along for the, like, demon ritual, whatever it's called. The Demon Festival. Demon Lord Festival, whatever. Everyone, I'm sure you already know who this is, but let me introduce him again. This is Diablo, the one who saved me from the claws of certain death. He's new, but he's really strong and dependable. So, I plan to put him to work. As a second secretary, I'd like you all to treat him as well. Everyone, I would deeply appreciate your guidance and encouragement. I'd like you to teach him the ropes for me, Shion. Understood. Damn, she already has a standoffish, like, look. This polished-looking fellow who looks every part of the stereotypical butler is Diablo. I summoned him in the spur of the moment, with the summon demon skill, but he's clearly not your everyday demon. I tried giving him a name because he insisted on joining our group, but the results were startling. In terms of sheer magical volume and combat strength, I don't think Shion holds a candle to him. I still made Shion my first secretary since secretarial work doesn't exactly require combat strength. But then again... Second secretary, I challenge you to a duel. This is the perfect time for us to settle who's more fit to be at Great Rimuru's side once and for all. Heh. Well, I suppose I can't say no to that. As a leading representative of the most respected characters, I'll gladly judge your hospitality. This took place after the party commemorating everyone's revival, and the meeting to discuss our further plans ended, and immediately after King Gazelle and Errol went home. Ahahaha. Well, I don't mind if that's what you want. What is with these poses and like what they're saying? All this stuff doesn't match up. Wait. I mind. What do you mean? This is perfect time. Didn't we just finish discussing that we have our work cut out for us between Walpurgis, Clayman, and Milim acting funny? Well, the thing is, I have an embarrassing day as a senior secretary today, so... I felt like this was a good time for me to show the second secretary what this job is all about. Come to think of it, Shion was really stumbling over her words today, wasn't she? Like calling King Amdalius Ed Knight. And I still don't understand why she suddenly blurted out the capital of Japan when she doesn't know anything about it. She even called Razan ramen. Yeah, she is messing up. Like, why would she... Like, isn't Tokyo the capital of Japan? Question mark? I do not know what the capital of Japan is. But anyway, yeah, she's messing up words, messing up her secretary job. And then she started talking about budget meals in Japan. Anyhow, she was making verbal blunders left and right for some reason. Meanwhile, Diablo may have a tendency to get overly passionate, but he definitely doesn't put his pedigree as a component butler on display. Ah, crap. I get it. Shion must be getting anxious. Well, it's good to see he's self-aware. To set the record straight, I may have been second in receiving my title as secretary, but I absolutely don't believe that I'm second in my ability. Wait, I may have been second in receiving my title. Shouldn't you be first? What does that mean, second? Well, isn't that humble of you? What happened with his voice? Why did he suddenly turn like more creepy and demonic than usual? Is he like playing into the role of being like a threat to her? Well, isn't that humble of you? Are you suggesting that you're third or below? What was that? Ahaha. Is that right? So, that's how you see it. Ahahaha. What is with these lines? Isn't that level of obliviousness quite troublesome in its own way? Yeah, point taken. Very well, I'll let it slide this time since it's an order from you. By the way, Shion, you said you wanted to challenge me, but how were you planning to determine who's more fit to serve Great Rimuru? Strength, of course. Man, I would like to see Diablo win this competition. Like, I don't know, low-key seeing Shion's feelings hurt because she got beat in strength, I don't know, would kind of be satisfying. Hello? Didn't we just discuss not brawling in a place like this when I spoke with you about Hinata? Then how are we supposed to decide? You're the one who brought this whole thing up. Why are you asking me? Okay then, for the sake of fairness, how about consulting a specialist for an outside opinion? You mean a professional secretary? Where would we find one? Your tea is ready, Lord Ramis. Thanks. Well, isn't she a perfect model for any secretary or butler? Beretta? Huh. Sure. I guess she could technically consider her a specialist, but... In that case, Beretta, I want you to try and give me an honest answer. Between me and Diablo, Who's better? Hold on. This is a cute little picture. Although, technically, Diablo would win this. Like, if she had to choose somebody, she would choose her ancestor. Or whatever Diablo is to her over Shion. Because that's family. However they see family is. Huh? What's going on? Aha. There's no need to be considerate now. Please, give us your candid opinion. Now, which is it? Also, the way he said that, it kind of sounds like a threat. Or maybe he's trying to be more seductive. It sounded one of the two to Beretta. Oh, well. That's right. Beretta used to be a demon, didn't she? Didn't that give Diablo an advantage? That's right. The second secretary. You have blackmail material on Beretta, don't you? How could that be fair? Blackmail? How rude. Though I suppose we can find a fairer method. Phew. This guy was ready to pick on his own judges if I didn't intervene. He's a clever one, alright. Yeah, I kind of knew that his, like, line sounded like a threat. Or more seductive. One of the two. Let's get a judge who'll be more fair. Haha, well, I suppose I can't say no to that. As the leading representative of the most respected characters, I'll gladly judge your hospitality. More like leading representative of characters nobody asked for. Damn. Rimuru literally said nobody asked. Oh, please, please, please. There's really no need to thank me. Who are you even talking to? For starters, you there. Yeah, you. The darker demon. You're disqualified. In fact, you get the death penalty. Wait, Diablo is disqualified? Excuse me? Did you forget? You picked me up by the scruff of your neck. You fail as a butler for that kind of insolence. That's a personal grudge. Not only is it totally unfair, but you even had the audacity to casually slip in a death sentence. I agree. As such, I'd like to request a different judge. Someone with a more common sense. Hey, do you realize you're talking to someone who's living embodiment of common sense? A living embodiment of common sense wouldn't pronounce a death sentence out of the blue. Sorry, but I don't think you fit the bill. How about Shuna? She's a specialist in the sense that she waits on people's individuality, and she has common sense. It's very likely Princess Shuna has kept close tabs on my work performance, so she's the perfect person to judge me. Oh shoot, I forgot. That's unfair in its own way. Yeah, it's like literally you have to choose someone out of this town. You have to pick someone out of this kingdom. Like someone who doesn't know these people a single bit. Right, Princess Shuna? Don't you think I'm the one more suited for Great Rimuru's aid is? Okay, we're gonna have to see what she's gonna say. It's either gonna be she's gonna diss Shion because they have a rivalry for Rimuru, or she's gonna praise Shion. But I feel like it's more of the diss because it's gonna be funnier that way. Me, of course. I was worried for nothing. Shuna, were you listening to the conversation? Looks like even Princess Shuna can't decide who's better. There's more than meets the eye with this secretary business. How about we go back to square one and sell this, like, Majin with the contest of strength. Have you forgotten we have explicit orders against engaging in combat? How about sumo then? Now that's a pure contest of strength. Sumo? What's that? Good grief. Aren't you a secretary? Isn't it more important to have social etiquette and common sense? Besides, the two of you have a bad habit of losing control and your emotions when you're extremely passionate about something. I should think of a certain degree of cultivation that would be a prerequisite for any secretary? Yes, so do I, which is why I'm the better. And then say no more. Allow me, your humble servant Vesta, to evaluate how cultivated the two of you are. Okay, well, I can kind of see this. Like, Vesta could be persuaded a little bit more by Shion since she's been around longer, and he's been quite around the kingdom a bit. But also, he has a background. I'm pretty sure he was like I'm pretty sure he's a noble slash he has like some kind of history in serving people. Like, I'm trying to remember his exact backstory, but I just remember him being part noble and him something about having servants. So he knows butlers, secretaries, and stuff like that. Vista, where'd you come from? You needn't say anything, Great Rimuru. I heard everything. As the instructor of social etiquette at the reception hall, I felt this was my calling. I see. That's true. Since you were the Minister of Dwargon, I presume you had butlers in tow. And you're definitely versed in social etiquette. Yep, there we go. He was the Minister of Dwargon, and he had butlers. Shion's gonna have a hissy fit at this rate. So go ahead and slap them with your professional assessment. Yes, leave it to me. Just so you know, I'm not having a fit, okay? I'm just teaching my new co-worker the ropes of being a secretary. If that's not a hissy fit, then I don't know what is. And how will you be assessing us? I will be evaluating you on the most frequently performed task for any secretary, managing a schedule. Great Rimuru is the master of Tempest. His duties require that his schedule be coordinated down to the minute. No, the second. No, it's not that tight, you know. Actually, I prefer it weren't so squeezed so tight. Every second that doesn't go according to schedule adds up, and that can eventually have disastrous consequences. In fact, due to lack of sleep, I was 0.4 seconds off the heating time for some chemicals last night, which produced a margin of error in my experiment results. Forget my time. I'm more worried about you not getting enough sleep. Fortunately, I always have high precision Fortunately, I have a high precision wristwatch on hand that Kaijin designed for me. Okay, I see. Now, I'd like the two of you to count out 10 seconds without a clock, using only your internal clocks. Oh, I know this. It's that game you always find yourself playing when you have a stopwatch. Then I'd like you to raise your hands when you think 10 seconds have passed. This should kind of be a little distorted because, what's his name? Diablo's a demon, so, like, time works differently for him. Like, days are basically seconds or minutes to him already. So what's a few seconds actually to him? Those are like milliseconds, if anything. Maybe even less than that. Whoever gets closer to 10 seconds on dot wins, and you will receive a passing grade on your ability to manage the schedule. Interesting. You don't have any objections, Second Secretary? Of course not. Managing Great Rimuru's schedule down to the second means getting to be his side at all times. Just the thought of it is, oh, enough to make me burst with reverie. Stop, stop, stop. That's scary as hell. Yeah, I can kind of see how that's scary, his reaction. It kind of seemed a little sexual, but I won't judge. Are you ready? Here I go. I prefer that you didn't go right now. Ready? Go! Now, that was ridiculous fast. Your excitement burned you there. Now! Shion got baited too. Were you two even listening to the rules? Shion is 3.7. Both of you are far too impatient. Okay, well, it was their excitement that caused them to lose. I thought it was gonna be like his time difference, but I guess not. No kidding. But I was closer to 10 seconds, wasn't I? Which means I win, right? How do you like that, Second Secretary? That's what having more experience does. No, it can't be. I was sure I felt 10 seconds fast. Yeah, I knew it. I knew that this would kind of be a factor. Time just seems to pass so quickly, perhaps because I've lived for too long. Well, I guess I can understand that. It's that thing where every year seems to pass by faster as you get older, right? How old are you anyways? How old do I look? This guy. Yeah, I'm guessing... Yeah, I'm guessing demons even still like to feel young, so it means they would want their master or whoever to be like, huh, you look like you're in your 20s. And it's like, okay, I'm 20 or 21, something like that. A win is a win. See, I told you I was more suited to be a secretary. Well, actually, you may have won in score, Shion, but I don't believe you could have lost that. True. If that's all it took to be a secretary, then anyone could be one. No way. That being the case, let's move on to the second round. Next, I will be assessing your level of etiquette. Shion vs Diablo. Let the Battle of the Secretaries Begin, Part 3. For example, let's say someone from Tempest made a blunder that embarrassed a foreign emissary. I would like the two of you to demonstrate the manners you would employ when delivering a gift box of confectionery to smooth things over. So, you want us to test on our etiquette when apologizing? That's unfortunate. Extracting an apology out of someone is so much easier. Yeah, I get the feeling the two of you haven't ever had to do much apologizing. Well, I want you both to take the opportunity to learn. In that case, I'll play the part of the foreign emissary. Here, you can pretend this box is filled with confectionery and bring it over to my guest room, okay? How did she already have that prepared? By the way, what kind of confectionery should I assume is in this box? I'll leave that to your imagination. What's that, Raphael? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wait, there are cream puffs in that box. It's not a fake. It's just a box. So please use it however you like. It's a premeditated crime. That box is a trap. Shuna, what a terrifying girl. I don't understand. What is premeditated crime? I don't know if like she's wanting them to throw the box at each other, or if like she's wanting that like food ruins. Like, I don't understand the plan here. You said the guest room, right? Does that mean it's a Japanese style room? Oh me, pick me, I'll go first. Also, what is with Shion and like Japanese styled stuff? Like, why does she keep mentioning Japan? Ah, that's right. Shion also from the homeland of the orcs. So she's probably privy to Japanese room etiquette. Wouldn't that give her too much of an advantage? Oh yeah, I remember in their history or something from like the light novel. It's like apparently the orcs were taught by other worlders that were Japanese. That's why the ogres like have a lot of Japanese inspired stuff. Like their outfits and their weapons and all of that. So that's why I kind of remember, but it's kind of weird that Shion is super into Japanese stuff right now, even though like 90% of the show she has literally never mentioned Japanese stuff. She was one of the outliers of the orgs to not really do any of that. Benimaru, Hikaru, and a couple of the other orgs like all wear like Japanese style stuff, but just not her. Shion didn't wear anything like that. Okay then, Shion, could you bring me the box? Ta-da! As the representative from Tempest, I have some delicious sweets that I personally feed you. You'll let everything slide with this, won't you? You're disqualified, Shion. Wait, why? Whoa! How did everything get all squished up inside? Hey, I thought the box was supposed to be empty. Okay, now I see how Shuna like set up Shion for failure. She knew like Shion would run with it instead of being gentle with it. Because that wasn't a gift, but an imposition of snacks. And you fell right for the trap to boot. Goodness gracious, I find it hard to believe we grew up in the same hometown. Who raised you? Jesus Christ, Shuna is like hitting her with the low blows. My upbringing being brought into question? Although, I'm guessing you planted that trap in the first place, because you know her so well after growing up in the same hometown. Princess Shuna, that's so mean. I was only doing my part to make sure that you had an even playing field. Next then, aren't I? Please, pardon me. Oh. This is... First, I'd like to express my gratitude to you for setting aside the time to meet with me today. Ah, yes. And what business do you have with me today? The reason I'm here today is to make amends for the trouble one of my countrymen caused you the other day. Well, this is only a modest offering. I'd very much like you to accept it as a show of good faith. Wonderful. That was perfect. You walk quietly without stepping on the edges on the tadium. tedium mat, and your manner of addressing the emissary was very picture perfection. Haha. Well, I think that would fall under common etiquette, much less the requirements of a secretary. Grrr. But now we're tied, 1-1, right? Yes, I suppose. That's technically correct. Realistically, speaking it more of a landslide win for Diablo though. Then again, I guess Diablo had the advantage of going second, since he knew the box wasn't a prop. Exactly. So we should have one more round. I suppose you're right. Fair is fair. I can't say I feel satisfied winning like this either. Let us duke it out to the bitter end, shall we? Ha ha ha. These two are impossible to rein in. Once they were excited about something, someone, please just give us a good idea. Winner takes all, alright? How about making a bed? Now that's a wonderful idea. Let's say the one who can make up the beds that's most comfortable for Great Rimuru to relax is the winner. Actually, rather than me, you're the one who I want to get some sleep, Vesta. No way! A bed for Great Rimuru to relax in? Why is she saying it as if like she's gonna have so much trouble doing this? How could you propose such an impossible task, Princess Shuna? Huh? What's with the two of you? Got such in the tizzy. But that means Great Rimuru will be personally... It's supposed to be Great Rimuru to relax in, but he's already in gooey, soft, slimy body. For a bed to be softer than Great Rimuru, if such a bed even exists, we're talking furniture of divine quality. Isn't that a bit of an exaggeration? Ugh. I guess that means we're tied at 1 point each. I'll admit, Diablo, you're one heck of a newcomer. No, I've learned a great deal of having a chance to see the depth of your experience as a butler. I admire you for it. Huh? Did things pan out somehow? Cool. Let's call it a day. Huh? Are you sure, Great Rimuru? I'm satisfied. Shion and Diablo are getting along now. Rather than chaperoning this absurd test of common sense, I want you to hurry up and get some sleep. Got it? Yes, sir. I think I'll take you up on that and get a full night's rest today. I'm a little disappointed, Great Rimuru. I hope to learn about the art of bed making. I don't think you need to worry about that. I mean... Yeah, it's weird, like, where do all these people keep popping up from? Like, I know Beretta and Remus were there, but it's like, I thought they left the room, or when we left the room, that they stayed or left or did something else, not followed us. Did she fall asleep in the air? Your master seems quite comfortable sleeping on top of that desk. That's true. Anyhow, that's the story of the battle no one cares about, which took place before all the important final battle. I don't know if Shion and Diablo just gained some confidence in learning about their respective strengths, but they stopped talking about contest after that, so I'm content to just call it a tie. Then again, the only thing Shion really had going for her was her perception of time was more than normal than Diablo's. Good grief. Those hotheads need to work on giving me a little more leeway on how they book my schedule. Otherwise, that means more work for me. In other news, I made sure Vesta got a good night's rest in a bed made by Shuna, after all the hard work he put in to judge today. I need him to get some sleep above ground every once in a while so he gets some sunlight, or else his internal clock is going out of whack. Having been in consecutive meetings between Walpurgis and everything else, I will say that seeing them squabble was a nice distraction. Shion going accompanying me to Walpurgis, and I'll be tasking Diablo with reconstruction of Falmouth. But don't they know? The only reason I'm able to entrust them with such key roles is because I already consider the two of them to be my irreplaceable aides. But I can easily see them both going into an excited frenzy if I were to tell them that. So, these lips are sealed. Shion, Diablo, I'm counting on you both to keep up the good work. Okay, it's Secretary's trial. Well, we're just gonna beat the Secretaries. Oh. There, that finished. Massive magic power. Yep, we got to beat these guys up. One slice and both of them go down. Alright, well, that's the end of the scenario. That was a pretty decent scenario. I enjoyed that. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed Slime Isekai Memories. That was a... that was an okay, decent little thing. Like, none of that was really that funny, but it was an interesting little side story. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, please make sure to follow me on all my social medias, like my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my DLive, my TikTok. And make sure to like and comment on everything, and even join my Discord. There you can stay up to date on everything I choose to do, whether it's my streams, videos, or anything else. But yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.